not a response, it's a Rob-sponse. Hashtag story time. Hashtag embarrassing edition. So I was out tonight and I met two young ladies. We were trying to get into a club, but you had to have a reservation to get in. In that same plaza, there was another club that didn't seem like it would be as fun of a time. But I just met them. We couldn't get into the place for reservation. Again, I hadn't planned on meeting them and going anywhere with them, but I happened to go to this place. I couldn't get in. They couldn't get in. So then we said, okay, let's go to this other club in the same plaza. Hung out there for an hour, hour and a half. But then the two young ladies who were sisters, one lives in Monterey, one visiting from Cancun, had to go because they had to get up early. They're going to go hiking into the mountains and everything for Cinco de Mayo. So I still wanted to hang out, right? So I wasn't ready to go home yet. So then I end up going to this club BU, and it was winding down, so there wasn't like a lot going on at BYU. But I went in there, sort of hung out for a little bit, and just was trying to catch a vibe. And I was like, yeah, not too much going on in there. Plus, like I said, everywhere I go, I think people know I'm American. So they're always trying to make me buy stuff, which, like I said, again, is just part of the game. Gringo tax. People want you to spend money. You know, you're American. So I get it. I'm not offended by that. But I was in the mood to buy more drinks because at the previous place with the two sisters, my card wasn't working because I had tried to pay the bill because I bought a margarita for myself and one of the sisters, and the other sister had tequila, and we all had bottles of water, and then it wouldn't go through. So I actually had 800 and some pesos. It came out to like 990 pesos. So credit to one of the young ladies. She paid the remaining 120 pesos or whatever it was. So my part was like 43 bucks, and then she ended up paying maybe like 12. And again, I'm a gentleman. I wanted to pay the whole thing, but it wasn't taking my card. I only had so much cash. Like I said, I was about 120 pesos short in actual Mexican cash, right? But anyway, I'd already had something to drink when I was at the first place. Didn't feel like drinking at BU. So then I stand outside. I'm just trying to catch a vibe, watch people walk by. Like, okay, well, people usually chat me up if I just sit outside. So I just stand out here by the door and just trying to catch a vibe. So I do that, and then I look up, and there are these three people, one guy, two females, and they're all in their, I guess, mid-20s or whatever. And the guy who um, seems homosexual or gay, not a disrespectful manner, just making an observation, was waving me on like, come on, come on, come on, come on. And then the two other friends of his who are both women, and they appear to be cisgender women, not, trans or anything like that, were like, yeah, 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 yeah. But he was really the main one trying to get me to come. So I'm bored. I don't have anything to do. I actually hop into the Uber with these three individuals, and then there's another person driving. Um, and you know what? I think he was an Uber, but I didn't see like him using navigation or anything. So that's why I'm kind of questioning, like, was he really an Uber driver? I'm not really sure. But it seemed like he was an Uber driver. He was taking directions from them, but I didn't really see where he was using an app or something to like tell you where to go. But maybe he had it like on his lap or something. Maybe it was somewhere I couldn't see it. So then we're in there talking and like, oh, guapo, guapo. Like I said again, the dude is saying I'm guapo. So that's what made me think like, yeah, there's confirmation that this guy is gay as well. And then the other two young ladies like, yeah, yeah, you're handsome, you're nice and you look good. But then the one young lady to my left was kind of cute. She was blonde, which is why I got into the vehicle. It wasn't for the dude. It was for her. The other female was like a redhead. She was okay. She's attractive, but not enough for me probably getting to the Uber on my own. It was really the blonde who had a nice dress on, some cute heels. They really got me to get into this vehicle with four people I didn't know, which I know. Hashtag story time, hashtag embarrassing. But when you're bored and it's Friday night, you're trying to get into something, and the previous people you met weren't letting you get into nothing, I was like, man, they're inviting me to another club after party. Like, yeah, let's go to the after party. But the more I was riding, And the more he was talking about, and the dude especially is like, I'm handsome and where you from, and repeat himself over and over again. Maybe they were drunk. And drunk people sometimes repeat themselves or say crazy stuff. So fair enough, maybe they were drunk and this was all innocent. But I'm thinking, wait a minute, everybody knows I'm American, I stand out. This dude is gay. Is he trying to like make a move on my rear area? Is he going to take me somewhere and then set me up? Are they going to help? Because even the cute girl with the blonde was that's like, do you like girls? Do you like boys? So I'm thinking maybe everybody just for everybody, and I'm like, again, I'm American, and I'm thinking about Colombia and scopamine and everything else, and then you can, rub stuff on people, paralyze them. So I'm an American, I'm a Black American, I stand out, and are these people just looking for a joyride on me? With my body. So I started thinking about that. I was like, all right, I got to figure out a way to get out this car. Because again, we're supposedly going to a club. They're talking about Guadalupe, which is a good little distance from El Centro, maybe like, you know, 10 or 15 minutes. So I'm up here thinking like, all right, I gotta get out this vehicle somehow because I don't know if they're gonna scope me. I don't know if dude's gonna like try to get into me. I don't really know if these girls really like me like that or just trying to help out their friend or it's gonna be a free for all. So I'm up here thinking like, yeah, this is a mistake. I shouldn't have got in the car with four people I didn't know in a foreign country at 2:30, 3 a.m. in the morning local time, right? So I'm like, baño, yo necesito un baño. I need to use the bathroom, right? So I asked a few times. Eventually, like, yeah, okay, let's. He told the driver, pull over to a gas station. The gas station had a lock on the door. You had to put money in it to use the bathroom. So the Latino guy that invited me into the car actually put the change in there to let me go to the bathroom. But now I'm outside the car now. So I'm like, all right, cool. I'm not getting back in this car. I'm not going with them. I really don't want to go into the bathroom because it's locked and he's in there with me, so he wanted to use the bathroom. So then I'm like, no, 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 no. I need to go home. I need to, grab some more money. I don't want to spend you guys this money. You guys are free to come to the Airbnb, if you want, but I need some more money and I don't feel like having you guys paying for me more so the club. So I give the Latino dude back his money for paying for the bathroom entry because again, it's like a locked bathroom, which I guess anybody can go to as long as you put the money in there, then it locks back. But again, I didn't feel safe going in there. I didn't want to get locked in there, or I didn't want to have do try anything. So, I got the two young ladies' WhatsApps. I just messaged them because I was trying to see if I can get one of them to come over to the crib without him, which is probably not going to happen. They probably all want to roll as a trio. But if I can get one or two of them to come over, particularly blonde, we'll see. Maybe that'll be something we can still see. Because again, I'm recording this. I just got home. So I left that place that had the bathroom. They went on to the club. The redhead texted me and said the name of the club was Tequila Guadalupe or something like that. So I googled it. It was maybe like 10 or 15 minutes from the place where I got dropped off at. So I mean, maybe it was legit, but again, just him asking me was I handsome, and her talking about do you like girls and guys, and them asking me the same things over and over. They asked me where I was from 2 or 3 times. I said Estados Unidos. Just made me nervous. So then I went ahead, I booked me an Uber. Now I'm back at the Airbnb, bored, a little sleepy, but I'm like hashtag, story time, and here's content. So here's content. Monterrey, Mexico, from me, Rob-sponse. Yeah, I'm way too old to be doing stupid ish. Guilty as charged, but I was bored. It's Friday night. There's your story time.